Be ready. Start. Sri Ranjit Ghatwal, who has been convicted under Section 302 IPC and sentenced to undergo imprisonment for life and to pay a fine of rupees 3,000 in default, further rigorous imprisonment for 3 months, setting off the sentence against him for the period of his detention in connection with the case, has filed this appeal from jail. Mr. Durgeshwar, maternal uncle of deceased, is a seizure witness. In his evidence, stated that on hearing commotion, noise, and yelling, he came out from his house and found the deceased lying in the courtyard of the accused appellant in an unconscious state with cut injury on the rear side of his head, and his bucket was missing from the orchard of the accused appellant. Dr. Netramani Bhalla, the autopsy doctor, conducted the post-mortem on the dead body of the deceased. Pradau Talukdar found stitch wound on upper left parietal region and contusion over the vertex. He opined that the death was due to coma resulting from head injury, and all injuries were antemortem in nature and caused by blunt force object. While perusing the Section 313 CRPC statement of the accused appellant recorded on 7/9/2010, it is seen that the accused, on queries made by the court, admitted that it was a Wednesday, and while he was returning home from shop after having liquor, on reaching near deceased's house, he shouted his dog that he would kill his dog. The prosecution therefore could prove that the deceased Pradau Talukdar succumbed due to coma resulting from head injury. There is no evidence that there was any animosity between the accused appellant and the deceased, and there was no prosecution evidence that the incident had taken place with any premeditation. Right to fair trial, presumption of innocence unless proven guilty, and proof by the prosecution of its case beyond any reasonable doubt are the fundamentals of our criminal jurisprudence. When we speak of prejudice to an accused, it has to be shown that the accused has suffered some disability or detriment in relation to any of these protections substantially. Such prejudice should also demonstrate that it has occasioned failure of justice to the accused. One of the other cardinal principles of criminal justice administration is that courts should make a close examination to ascertain whether there was really a failure of justice or whether it is only a camouflage, as this expression is perhaps too pliable. Subsection 1 of Section 313 CRPC provides for examining the accused with a view to enable him to explain any circumstances appearing in the evidences against him, and his object of examination is totally frustrated when the statement itself is treated as substitute for evidence, which is contrary to all canons of criminal jurisprudence, and it is nothing but travesty of justice when such statement is conveniently split up. They must be attributed that by inflicting such injuries they were likely to cause the death of the deceased, in which case the offense will amount only to culpable homicide and not murder.